In a world where marriage is often packaged with pre-written rules and unspoken expectations, Raven-Symoné and her wife Miranda Pearman-Maday are tearing up the playbook and rebuilding intimacy their way. On a recent episode of their podcast, Tea Time with Raven and Miranda, the couple shared a deeply personal yet surprisingly relatable revelation. They've started sleeping in separate bedrooms. But unlike what the tabloids might suggest, this wasn't a sign of drifting apart. In fact, it's brought them closer than ever. They say love is about compromise, connection, and understanding. For Raven and Miranda, love also means a good night's sleep, personalized bedroom decor, and an unshakable bond rooted in honesty and laughter. Today, we're diving into their unique arrangement, how it came to be, why it works, and the deeper truths it uncovers about modern love, sexuality, and emotional intimacy. Subscribe to Star Gossips and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update from Hollywood's heart. Let's rewind a bit. Since tying the knot in 2020, Raven and Miranda have been open about the joys and challenges of building a life together. And now, in a move that might raise a few eyebrows but deserves applause, they're normalizing something we rarely hear about in celebrity relationships: sleeping apart to stay together. We really function better in separate spaces, especially when it comes to sleep, Miranda explained on their podcast. The decision wasn't born from drama or distance, but out of understanding. We aren't messing up each other's sleep schedules, she added. And it's not just about logistics, it's also about honoring their individuality. We get to decorate our bedrooms how we want, Miranda laughed. You had a different vibe. But the real turning point? Raven's unique sleeping habits. When I was younger, I always had a problem with staying in one orientation when I slept, she confessed. I would kick people. My mom didn't even like sleeping with me. Miranda didn't just nod along. She had a story to tell, one that was part hilarious, part mortifying, and completely real. When we got engaged, I woke up with your ass in my face, she recalled. Both cheeks, suffocating me. Boom, it was impact. It might sound funny, and it is, but it was also a moment of clarity. They needed a solution. And that solution wasn't therapy or trial separations. It was space. So now, Raven said, I'm sleeping in a separate room from you. But space didn't mean distance. If anything, it brought them closer. We text, Miranda said with a smile, whenever we need each other. And it's not as cold as it may sound. In fact, it's warm, loving, intentional. Raven chimed in. I will say it has upped my feels for you. There's a little bit of, I believe in absence makes the heart grow fonder. We work together, live together, cook together, drive together. It's a lot. Having a little time to myself actually helps. Their honesty peeled back more than just their sleeping arrangements. It exposed a core misunderstanding many people have when it comes to love and intimacy. If you are basing your entire relationship on sex, then you're not really understanding what intimacy is, Raven shared. Sex is lustful. A deep, intimate relationship is where I can literally be just looking at you, and you know what that means. Miranda echoed that sentiment, and I know what that means. A simple glance, a shared silence. That's what their love is made of. Of course, the journey wasn't without fear or doubt. Miranda admitted that if someone had suggested separate bedrooms a year ago, I would have panicked. I would have thought it meant divorce. But that panic, she realized, was programming. Expectations shaped by a society that sees love through a heteronormative lens. I was taking my information from heterosexual relationships, she said, and feeling like this is the best way. But when love looks different, when it's two women navigating marriage, identity, and partnership, it also requires courage to redefine what normal means. Together since 2015, Raven and Miranda are now reshaping what it means to be soulmates. They're rewriting the narrative, not out of rebellion, but out of deep love and communication. And they're not afraid to go deep. Raven pointed out how many people confuse physical intimacy with emotional connection. Sex is like a cherry on top, she said, but the real sweetness is in the bond we've built. It's clear that for this couple, sleeping in separate rooms isn't about creating space between them. It's about allowing each other room to breathe, rest, and still feel the warmth of partnership. In a world obsessed with fairy tale perfection, their story is a reminder that real love is lived, not just dreamed. It's messy, funny, confusing, and sometimes it even involves an unintentional butt-to-face surprise at 2 a.m. But it's also beautiful, thoughtful, evolving. So the next time someone tells you separate bedrooms are a red flag, think of Raven and Miranda, two people doing marriage their way. Because at the end of the day, love isn't about how close you sleep. It's about how deeply you connect. Thanks for watching. For more unfiltered love stories, heartfelt celebrity moments, and Hollywood's most real relationships, keep it right here on Star Gossip.